Title: The Whispering Shadows. It was a frigid winter's night, and I found myself alone in an old, creaking house deep in the woods. The wind howled outside, rattling the windows and sending a shiver down my spine. I had always been drawn to the mysterious and the unexplained, which is why I had chosen to spend a night in this reputedly haunted place. As I settled into the musty, dimly lit living room, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. The antique furniture seemed to have eyes of its own, and the portraits on the walls appeared to follow my every move with their hollow gazes. I decided to light a few candles to dispel the suffocating darkness. Their feeble flames barely held back the shadows that danced ominously around the room. I sat on a worn-out armchair, my senses on high alert, ready to embrace the unknown. Minutes turned into hours, and the silence was deafening. Just when I was beginning to doubt the legends of this place, I heard it. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper. It was a voice, low and mournful, like a distant lament carried on the wind. My heart quickened, and I strained to listen. The voice seemed to come from the hallway, and I cautiously made my way there. The floorboards groaned beneath my feet, protesting each step I took. The whispering continued, growing clearer as I approached. It was as though someone, or something, was beckoning me. In the dim light, I saw the source of the voice, a mirror at the end of the hallway. Its ornate frame seemed out of place in the decaying house. As I gazed into the mirror, I saw a reflection that wasn't my own. A figure stood there, pale and translucent, its eyes empty sockets filled with a haunting sorrow. My breath caught in my throat as I realized I was looking at a ghost. It was a woman in a tattered, blood-stained gown. Her ghostly form swayed as though caught in a perpetual breeze, and her mournful voice continued to fill the air. "Help me," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "They trapped me here, trapped us all." I couldn't move. Fear had paralyzed me. The woman's reflection reached out a spectral hand, and I felt an icy chill pass through me. Her touch sent a jolt of terror coursing through my veins, and I stumbled backward, fleeing from the haunted mirror. Back in the living room, I realized I was not alone. Shadows moved in the corners of the room, whispering unintelligible words that crawled under my skin. The candles flickered wildly, their flames casting grotesque shapes on the walls. The house itself seemed to come alive with malevolent energy. I knew I had to leave, to escape this place of darkness and despair. But as I made my way to the front door, it slammed shut with a deafening crash. I was trapped, surrounded by the restless spirits of this accursed house. In that moment, I understood the true horror of my situation. I was not a mere observer. I had become a part of the house's haunting. The voices grew louder, the shadows more menacing, and I knew I would never leave this place. The whispering shadows had claimed me as their own, and as their ghostly hands closed in, I could only pray for release from the eternal nightmare that awaited me in that wretched house.